Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Mackenzie Kellier, also known as Mother Hummingbird in the internet realms. If you're new here, I'm a mom. Most importantly, I am a mom. But I'm also just a 27-year-old woman walking through life. And as much as everyone would like to think or assume, I don't have it all figured out. Wow. Yeah, and I don't expect you to either. I feel like there's a lot of pressure when you get into like your mid-20s, especially, to have it like all figured out, when I don't really think that is necessarily a thing when you think of the fact that we live in a very chaotic universe. We're literally a rock hurling through space, and so it's not even promised that that'll keep happening, you know what I mean? So it's like, if you ever feel like you need to have it all figured out, sometimes what helps me is I like to like zoom out a little bit and think of the bigger picture and be like, okay, does this tree outside my window literally stress and worry every day if it's keeping up with the trees around it? No, that would be absurd, right? So like, why are you doing that? So this is a video that I wanted to just touch on the topic of like, if you're feeling lost in life, if you feel like you have had setbacks and things, to not get too discouraged, because right now that's something that I feel like I'm really playing around a lot with lately, and if I keep looking over here, it's because it's just a really gorgeous day and I'd rather look outside than at myself this whole time. But anyway, it's been heavy on my heart lately because I'm 27 years old and I have a baby. Well, he's like 15 months, so I guess a toddler, and I am returning to school soon. I am establishing my residency in California so that I can return to school soon. And with that being said, a lot of emotions and things have been coming up for me regarding like my past experiences with schooling, whether that be even elementary, middle school, high school. I've gone to some college, I've done a yoga teacher training, I've gone to esthetician school, I've gone to school so many times in the past, and never have I felt more equipped than I do right now in this moment. And so I cannot, and you cannot, compare your present moment to experiences that you've had in the past, because those experiences have nothing to do with the experience that you're currently having. Like, for example, in the past, I was not set up well in the realm of like getting a good footing and a good chance to be successful in school. I didn't have the support. I couldn't get financial aid because like my parents were still claiming me on their taxes, and so there's like all of these things, my own trauma that I was having to process and heal from in my early 20s, that didn't really make going to school a readily available thing. And so I hope that you can also understand that if you're starting school later in life, or starting a business later in life, or doing whatever you are doing, not at 19, not at 18, the moment you get out of high school, like, not to worry, because there are moments where I think that like starting later, you might actually have an upper hand, because one, you have had a longer time to process, just being an adult as it is, and get a good footing just in the world in general, and just have more of a grasp on adulthood. Also, your brain doesn't even fully develop until 25 years old. And so I don't know about you, but when I was younger, I was like borderline a vegetable. Like I was just incapacitated when it comes to like handling just day-to-day life because I was so traumatized, and just I didn't even know I was, because I had been pushing stuff down for so many years that I didn't even realize that the actions I was taking and the things I was doing in my life was a trauma response, and I didn't even know that until later in life. And so if you are the type of person that didn't like go to school or start your business or get married or have kids like on the timeline that you originally planned, like, don't worry. Do not worry. Like, everything is divinely timed. I know you've heard this before, and it's still hard for me even to just trust and surrender that way, because I have had such harsh timelines for myself. But I feel like when you let that go and you understand that, like for me, for example, I've been posting a lot on TikTok about how like I want to go to school at 27 for nursing. When I go to school, I know that it's going to be a lot of like 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds and stuff like that when I'm like 27, nearing my 30s. And I've had a lot of feedback on TikTok that's been really just awe-inspiring and motivating. Like, there's people saying like, oh, like I didn't go to nursing school until my 60s. Like, I graduated nursing school in my 60s. And like, you just gotta realize that if you're taking care of yourself and you're taking care of your health right now, you have so much more life to live. And just life begins when the comparison game stops. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're still wrapped up in comparisons and comparing yourself to everybody else and everyone else's journey, you've already lost. Because when you're so focused outward like that, how could you ever be focused inward on your own journey? That's something that I've had to process and deal with. My baby just woke up, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm just laying in bed nursing my son. And I just wanted to wrap up this video saying that, like, if you are starting your endeavors later in life, you also have an upper hand in some ways, because you have had an opportunity to learn and grow and gain insights and wisdoms and things that, you know, maybe you didn't have. Well, I know you didn't have when you were like 18, 19. And so if this video finds you later in life and you're starting your endeavors, you're not alone. Life is not over. We literally live on a rock hurling through space. Like, nothing makes sense to begin with. So stop trying to overthink and make sense of something that already doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, just completely surrender to life. Find patience with yourself and treat every single day as a new start. And just understand that sometimes certain things had to have happened in your life for you to even be ready and able to receive the gifts and take the steps that you need to in your life now. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have started school later in your life, maybe after kids or what have you, or started a business later in life, please comment down below and share your story, because I think it could be really uplifting to people who are very timeline bound, like I once was, who think that if they didn't start school by 19 and graduate in their early 20s and get married and have a house all by 25, that they're not failures. And that that's the beauty, you know, we all have different unique journeys. So please, if you have a different journey than most, please leave that in the comment section. I would love to hear it. Oh, baby lost his latch. But don't forget to like and subscribe. I make videos every week and tons of reels for mostly your comedic relief. Have a wonderful week, and I trust that you know what you need to do in this moment right now. Now, go out there and do it, and live your best life. Bye.